Yo, today we're gonna be discussing, not discussing, but I'll be going through my personal view on counter trend trading, how I personally like trading it, and yeah, hopefully you'll be able to learn something from this. It is gonna be a bit more advanced, so I have had videos that I've released. I think the previous two videos is all strictly based on counter trend trading, just the basic and the basic understanding of it. So in this video, we are not gonna go through market structure or anything like that. We're just gonna jump straight into it, and yeah, so stay tuned and hopefully you'll learn something from this video. So just look at the chart right now, just randomly look through any sort of trading market. This is the 4 hourly chart. But yeah, so with counter trend trading, we want to identify, of course, the trend number one, and then we want to look for minor movements in that's going against the actual trend. So in this case, we've got, for example, we've got a lower highs being created down here. This is a trend we currently have. Um, that's our downtrend. We can see we're creating lower highs. And long story short, let's just make an example. Over, let's take a random example, could be this level over here. So we can see that we had pushed down from this level down, creating lower lows, lower highs, lower high, and then another low. This could be our lower high over here, and then we have another lower high. Okay, so from this level we can take an example using this low here. Obviously we all know that after push phase we're usually expecting an exhaustion. Okay, so obviously we want to first of all identify the low that has been created. In this case, obviously after push phase, we know that we're looking for a pullback to create a lower high in anticipation of a continuation. So in this situation, I'll then isolate an area where the market is just currently pushed to, which would be this area. So just imagine the market is obviously trading at this level here. Okay, just imagine that's the point. What we're looking for is for weak rejection, small candles, or big bodies, and then we will look to then use a scaling down technique. In my situation, that is what I'll do. I'll then isolate this area since I've got a wick here, another body failing to break the low, and then another small body candle. That kind of means that the market is kind of consolidating for some reason in this area. So then what I'll go ahead and do is I'll isolate this area and do that to it, and then I'll basically go and identify what the market is doing in and around this area. Remember, we've had a push phase. So this is a low high, a lower low. Anticipation is the market going to come back to this level. But before I quickly go and jump in there, I'm not just going to do that. I'm going to isolate this area, scale down to my smaller time frame, such as perhaps the, let me just zoom that in. Perhaps I'll make use of the 30-minute chart or the hourly chart in this situation. I'll be using the 30-minute chart. So just to see the details of what's actually happening in and around that area so that I can, yeah, gather some information of what actually is happening. Okay, so scale down. What am I starting to see? I can see that the market, remember, we are currently at this level over here. We can see the market has created the low, and now we're starting to now see in a smaller time frame that we are starting to range out here. The market had pushed down, and then we reject this area strongly, going back up. Market came back again, and now we're starting to see smaller markets, candlesticks starting to form. Of course, that's just an indication the market's starting to stall out, and then we just started ranging and ranging and ranging and ranging and ranging. Okay, in this situation, that is a signal that the market could be looking to reverse. Okay, you can even make it better by scaling down to smaller time frame, which is what I would personally do, just to gather even more details and looking for entries. Obviously you want to have about three time frames, one being the one that you're going to use for direction bias, second time frame being what you are going to use to identify market behavior with your candlesticks, and then the third one going to be where you're gonna look for your entries. So this is a 50-minute chart. We again back at the area that I had marked out, and we can even see in more detail of what actually is happening over here. We can see that the market came down again, bounced up, came back for the second time, started stalling and ranging, failing to make a newer low. We can actually isolate this area. You can see that we're starting to isolate this area. We're starting to see that we've been ranging for quite some time, bounced from roof to bottom. This would be the top of our range. um, so we can then start to see that, look, at this point in time we are failing to make a new high now. Based on a higher time frame, which is a 4 hourly chart, we also know that there's an area where the market should return to before it continues falling back to the downside. So in this situation, remember this is the bigger time frame. We said that the market had obviously created a low, a retest, a newer low is being created. We're looking for a retest of a broken structure, which would be this level here. So we're going to go ahead and mark this area out, and we should be able to see that in a smaller time frame as well. In other words, if we are looking to take this trade as a counter trend trader, we want to make sure that we exit the market before it returns back into this structure over here. We should be out of the market. So we are in a push phase. If we are looking to take this trade as a buy, this is the level where we should definitely look to go out of the markets, okay? Based on our patterns, where we're gonna get that in our smaller time frame, such as the 15-minute chart, okay? So scaling down, we can then start to see here what we have is structures being created, storing out. Obviously, if you have a range, you want to see a break and retest of that range. In this situation, you can see that, in this area, this is the most important area for us because that's the most recent lower high that was created. And obviously, once the lower high is being broken, that indicates that buyers are stepping into the market. So in that situation, we are looking for patterns such as break and retest, which just means that the market should break the range that is created to indicate that buyers are strong, stepping back into the market, which is this is happening right now. And then you look for a retest of that range. Okay, once you get the retest of this range, you can use whatever candlestick signals that you want to use, or you can use a limit order. So when the market come back into this level, it can just basically trigger you in, which is personally not something I'll do, but it all depends on your entry reasons, man. You would then look for the market to come back to this area like it has done, give you candlestick signals, and then you'll look to take your buys over here. And remember, this is an area where we would like to exit because remember, in a bigger time frame, the bigger picture, the market has to do this, retest, and then continue falling down. So if we're looking to take this buy, we want to make sure that we exit this market before or even just as it approaches this level over here. Okay. So obviously, if you are on your 50-minute chart, you might miss out or not get the best of entries because we've got a strong bearish sentiment coming back into this area, followed by a small candlestick, which could be your entry reason. In the situation, I would personally use that, or I could have scaled down to even something like a 5-minute chart to get the to get some more details on what exactly is happening here. In this situation, is a small 15-minute candle stick after strong bearish candle. I'll then take my buys over there, stop loss below structure, and then I'll go for my target, which would obviously be my resistance level on my bigger time frame. So something like that is what I'll be looking for, and then my targets can be over here. Okay, that's my target. So yeah, guys, that's basically it. Just in a nutshell of our personally trade the counter trend trading strategy. It's not fully descripted and not in full details, but just wanted to give you a bit of a nutshell of what I'd personally be looking for in my market when it comes to counter trend trading and areas where I'd look to exit and take profit. Hope you guys enjoy the content. If it's your first time to the channel, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification for any future uploads I may have, and leave a like and a comment in a video below. And until next time, I will see you on